Okay, here is the set. This is the biggest set I have ever reviewed. Hello everyone, it is I, Republic Studs, and today we have set 75292, the Razor Crest, also known as the Bounty Hunter's Transport in the UK for some odd reason. Now this set is for ages 10 and up, features 1,023 pieces, and is a building toy, because that's important. But yeah, this set also has 5 figures, and it is amazing. I love this set. Now, let me start off by saying this is a great set. It is nice to just add in a Republic fleet. I totally recommend, even if you're not a fan of the Mandalorian, you get this set. It is totally worth it. It's nice to at least have one. It's like the type of thing like the Ghost I picture. Like it's like the staple like ship of a series. And the Ghost is also went up crazy up in value after it was off shelves, and I regret not picking one up. Now this is sort of like the same type of dynamic. It's not like the most exciting interior or that sort of stuff. It's just the ship is so iconic, and chances are we're not going to get it in UCS form for a good while. Same with this. But yeah, no, this set is truly amazing, and it's retailing for about $130. I'd pick it up right now. It's totally worth it. Anyone who's even remotely considering it, do it. It's great. You get a free code. And yeah, with that said, let's get right into the review-ish thing of this set. And yeah, let's get started. Now, here's the figure selection for the set. In total, we have 5 figures, 3 if you don't count the IG-11 and Baby Yoda. That's what I'm calling it. They're honestly amazing figures. I love them. Now, with that said, let's get into a little in-depth analysis of each of them. This was a fun one to get an angle on, but here is the child minifigure, aka Baby Yoda, and I am, for one, a huge fan of it. It's really tiny and adorable, and when I saw it, it was like the cutest thing ever. It comes in bag 2, so anyone who gets anxious to see it, it comes in bag 2. We're zooming out, back in. There we go. Oh, nope. There we go. And yeah, it has no back printing, I don't believe, but the head mold, oh my gosh, it's adorable. The printing is okay. For the torso, it's obviously really tiny, so they don't have a lot of room to work with. But here's the head. I'll compare it to a regular minifigure. Here is the Scout Trooper. Which they're a little far away. Let's get the full thing. But here's the Scout Trooper compared to the child. And we're gonna... It's a bit hard with one hand. But yeah, so here is the child next to the Scout Trooper. Is about the size of the legs, which... You know, in real life, it would probably be about, like, this big compared to the figure, but then again, his gun is, like, the size of his, like, head, and that's just not true. So, yeah, Lego's all out of proportion, but it's an adorable figure, and I totally recommend it. It is, like, one of the big values of the sets. It's just so good. Next, and probably only other exclusive figure, if you don't count IG-11, this is Grief Karya. Now, honestly, I'm very disappointed with this one. They could have given him a cape, because he had, like, a cape kind of that went around here on his body. It went like all the way down, and there was no leg printing, so that really draws it down. I think the problem with this set is they're having a problem blurring, apparently. So I think the problem with the set was they were trying to rush it out so fast so people could get pre-orders online in time for Brick Fair, or in time for, like, you know, toy shows or whatever. So they just kind of rushed the print. They didn't do leg printing. It's just kind of subpar. Now this one, definitely the biggest disappointment. Like, there's part of his cape. It just kind of ends. Like, they could have given him a cape or anything. Just honestly a disappointment in terms of figure. I like the character. He's my favorite character. Now, it does have dual-sided printing, so you will see a little angry look. He doesn't look very happy here. But yeah, overall, a good head print, not a great torso. I think they could have done him better, given him a cape, given him leg printing, obviously, just something. But with that said, let's move on to the next one. Here's the Scout Trooper. Now, this is my first time owning the brand new Scout Trooper, and it was so relieving to find out that we finally don't have the angry clone head. It's a beautiful day. I mean, that could count as a clone head. I've used it as a clone head before, but it is beautiful. I don't own this Scout Trooper yet, and it is amazing. I love this one from, like, an objective standpoint. I hope one day they do the Kashyyyk Scout Troopers with this mold. I just want to try it, so if someone makes that, let me know. The printing is great, though I don't have the new one. It's a dual molded thing, so like it's like with the new Stormtrooper ones. Looks much better than new Stormtrooper ones though. And I've seen these guys go for like 15 bucks. They're expensive. But yeah, love the back printing. Great as per usual. Pistol, leg printing. It's all good. I love it, and it's a great figure. Here's our tall boy, which is in the form of IG-11. I was just rewatching the Mando season, and I love him more and more every time I watch it. Voiced by Taika Waititi. Say that 10 times fast. The modern aged Mel Brooks. But yeah, the only thing exclusive about him, he's like IG-11. He has this exclusive head print, whatever you want to call this. But yeah, it's literally the exact same thing as IG-11 or IG-88. I don't even know why they gave him the sniper. I think they literally took the template for IG-88 and like even like the back thing, even though he never had a sniper, and just pop that sucker on. Not super happy. Like I mean it's fine. I think that this set really missed out on making a wheel. I just again don't think they had the time. It's same thing with it, and it really shows in the next figure. But yeah, I think it could have used a wheel. It could have used. I think Kara already came out, but I think it definitely could have used a wheel or maybe a blurg. Finally, the last figure is the Mandalorian. Now, this is probably the biggest disappointment out of them all, even more than Grief Karga. This is the Mandalorian. It's the same one from the AT-ST Raider, which is just so sad because, we got that one. Now, I always thought it was weird that they gave him a gray cape because I'm pretty sure he has a brown cape. I'm not sure. I know Cape Cantina, one of my sponsors, has a great cape for the Mando. You'd find that in a previous video. But yeah, I mean, obviously I love this figure. This is a fantastic figure. I love the figure in general. But I think it just could have been Beskar Mando, so they missed out. But yeah, hopefully we'll get that next year. Now with that said, I think it's time to get into the set. Okay, here is the set. This is the biggest set I have ever reviewed. With that said, let's get into it. Starting off in the front, you will see this nice little detailing, obviously here. I'm not sure what it's called. But yeah, you'll see 3 little landing pads, obviously. I want to try to get as much as I can. You have these nice little turrets on the side, and we're going to kind of work our way back. So yeah, so you pull this one down, and you have a nice little area to clip your not flick fires. People get mad at me because I'll call them flick fires, but they're actually spring-loaded shooters. But that folds down very nicely. Next up, you have the other side, which I think this one was the biggest surprise when I saw the photos. It is Mando's bed. Now, if you think your Mandalorian needs a nap, it is a bit tricky, but you'll figure it out. You need to take off his cape or sometimes or something. So here, you know what? We'll give him a little blanket. Mando in a blanket. Just turn his cape around and put, the figure in. And you got the Mandalorian in a blanket in his little room. I love this edition. I was shocked by it. I feel like it's missing something personally. I feel like another wall would be necessary. But yeah, that's just me. I think it's great. I love the little stickers. That's a nice little inclusion. I know people aren't a huge fan of stickers, but I don't mind that one. To be completely honest, we'll get it in some better light. Yeah, and you also get this Technic up here. They could have covered that up a bit because, like, you see these little things here. I feel an easy fix for that is just to get this simple gray plate and just, pop that on. And here, let me come back. But yeah, there it is. But the problem is it kind of impairs the ability for it to close a little bit. Not a ton. I mean, I don't even see the difference. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But yeah, that is with that. We also get a nice little sticker here. It's like a continuing pattern, and the studs just kind of cut it off. But yeah, let's take the same thing here. Now, next up, we have a little door right here, and we'll get into that in a bit. But first, we have the cockpit to deal with because we got to work our way back. So here's the cockpit. Honestly, this was one of the bigger disappointments. So basically, I like the way they did this, like this. Like where it just kind of clips in like this. This is a brand new piece. And yeah, so basically you'll get Mando at his little sleeping quarters. Turn around his little blanket. And I think the biggest problem I have with this is the red seats because they just don't fit at all. Maybe brown. I know in the show they're like a reddish. I was looking for it when I was rewatching. And the Lego usually doesn't do great on cockpits because they're like the problem I guess I have is cockpits are the most like iconic area where you spend a lot of the time, and when they don't detail them up or anything, it just kind of ruins it. Like with the Millennium Falcon, it's the same thing. Even the UCS one, I remember for Solo they did make a custom Millennium Falcon cockpit, which was pretty cool. But yeah, so there's 2 seats here, so you can see Grief, and I love it when he holds. This is a personal recommendation when he holds the child like this, and then you put on the window and you see like the child chilling out the window. I love that. and it's just fun. You got a little control panel right there, nothing too exciting. And you pull this back, you'd pull it back like this, and you get a little area to hold your Mando gun. So you just take that there. Oh, you see that? If you'd see that, let's get some better light on that. You just put your Mando gun. It's falling, but you just put your Mando gun right in there. His one from the holiday special, and yeah, and then Greef fell out of his seat, and yeah, then you could close up the little door. I'm gonna take out Baby Yoda and him for future use, and yeah, but luckily there is some tiling up here, so that's nice. But yeah, let's move on to the next section. So up here you have some very nice detailing. You got all this. This lines up pretty perfectly, and I think I love the most. I didn't even know this was a feature until I bought the set, but apparently this is an escape pod. So basically what happens is you could take it out, or you could leave it in, and then you pull that out, and then in the set it recommends Greef, but I thought it looked funnier with a Scout Trooper. So when I was showing it to someone, they were like, it looks like a coffin. Which I will admittedly say it does kind of look like a space coffin. But yeah, you can put your little stormtrooper in here, and then you can have him come out, and then it's like, psh, I'm escaping. Da-da-da. Look, oh no, they're escaping. Oh god. But yeah, that's pretty fun. I enjoy that a lot. It's like it even has little engines. I mean, it's kind of like looking. I didn't think that it was an escape pod before, but maybe it is. I really don't know in the show. Yeah, and next up you'll notice we have a little, I'm trying to like multitask, but you have like a little spring-loaded shooter. You know how it works. Just gonna not shake. There you go. You know the drill. Obviously they can go up to like 10. So yeah, let's move it down. Now you also have these panels, very nice. I just want to point that out. You stretch those out, and it's very technic-oriented. Now, you get these two people in carbonite. He is like, there's no real carbon freezing thing in there. It's just this. You got the blue dude from the first episode, and I don't know who that is. It looks like DJ sorta. But yeah, like also this is very reminiscent. I have it ready of this. This isn't the old Han Solo print. So you have these guys to line up now. You'd slide if you have the old Han Solo, you'd slide him right in. You'd have Mando capture Han Solo, which is baller. So now you have all three of these boys to add to your collection. Our brick people. But yeah, basically how this works, as I was saying earlier, you just kind of slide up. It kind of almost aligns perfectly. It's like with this, just slide it up, and then it goes in here. You have to be very precise. You can't like mess up like I just did. It's just kind of hard because you have to see over this thing, and yeah, you just slide that in, and then you slide this one in. Yeah, and I personally think it looks better if you choose one or the other. Like choose that to go down because then it looks more accurate to the show. But then you take the whole thing down. Now, in terms of the interior, I think they really missed out. Now, these panels obviously go down too. I think they could have like put something else, like that little toilet. There's just so much room that was missed out on. They could have used. It goes out deep. I think that's the biggest thing that Star Wars fans always want is interior space. Because like all these other themes get a lot of interior space, we get none. So I mean, this is like sort of interior space if you count it. I mean, you could fit a lot of, you'd fit a decent amount of troopers in it. It's just like we haven't gotten serious interior space since like the old AT-OT dropships or the gunship or, you know, even the AT-TEs a bit, or the UT-AT. Now, a personal thing I love to do, this I just found a lot of fun with, we have these guys in here, we'll take them out, and there's also these little like, panels here. But yeah, you'll just slide that in, slide that back end in, and we broke it off. I love it when you have the child like kind of standing here and just walking down. I just think it's the most adorable thing, having this like innocent looking child coming like walking down. I mean, it worked better earlier, but you get the point. Look at that. And then you get Mando. He's like, oh, all right, what the heck. But yeah, other than that, I think this is definitely a set you should buy or ask for Christmas or whatever holiday it may be. It is a gorgeous looking set. Now, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the little review, and let's get into the outro. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, this is a very swooshable set. Like I just picture if I was like younger, I would have so much fun with this. It would be like, and then you go. I don't know. It just, I don't know. It looks fun. I like it. It's like, I don't know. It's just such a fun set. Words cannot describe it. It's like, it's easy to hold. It's like, there's just so many little features. It lands like perfectly. You like crash it. It just like, it could like even do like a little stand. Look at that. It's just so fun. There's very few sets that are this fun, and that just broke off. But I totally recommend anyone buy this. And yeah, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to subscribe, turn on that notification bell, check out all the other buttons. And with that said, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, and stay awesome.